Is it that time of the day?
I think it may be, but I had to chuckle with the very first comment. I have a feeling that the person who posted that comment was just excited to be the first one. So, what is a word that is spelt P-O-O-P?
Why are we pooping?
Copium poppies. Welcome,
Good
in.
Afternoon.
We do have Jody as well, reminding
Jody?
everybody to hit that like button. So thank you much for that one.
Oh, awesome. Our son is very upset. So good afternoon, goeiemiddag.
Go for it.
Welcome to the show. Yes, you may. Please make sure that thing doesn't bug me. Welcome to the show. Yes, welcome to the show. We are live from our store. The store is this side. The kitchen is the old kitchen we used to use when we used to have a restaurant. We used to cook for people. We are probably going to have ding-dongs as people come in and out. You might hear staff. You probably hear our kids. You probably hear my youngest son yell at everybody. He is just annoyed because he didn't sleep enough because it's nonsense.
Yes, but that's what one-year-olds do, right?
Correct. So
they'll probably go outside shortly.
Yeah, they'll probably go outside shortly. You might have to prod
I
and
will
poke
encourage them
yes,
to
tell
go
them
outside,
to go
yes.
that way. So we have made this before. It is called Bobotie. It is a very traditional South African dish. What I didn't get was raisins, but we can get them now. I have done this before, but the last time we did this, we had the upload
Internet
challenges. Yes,
shoes.
the ISP, unbeknownst to us, sold us bandwidth they didn't have. So that was...
Is that a thing?
Yes, and they didn't want to refund us for said unsupplied bandwidth.
Admit or refund.
Mm-hmm. Yes, what's it? Deniable? What do they call that? There's some clever word for it. Anyway.
Viva would know.
Viva would know, yes, because he's clever, like legally
trained
person.
Legalese is what you call that.
Yes. So we're going to make Bobotie, and I'm making a little more than the recipe I'm going to give you, so I just got to do some side calculations.
Well, we have a lot of mouths to feed nowadays.
Yes, we do. We got a whole bunch of kids here, and they all scream and shout, but it's a lot of fun.
Speaking of, what's today?
Today is Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day or just Mother's Day?
Happy Mother's Day. Hallmark holiday par excellence.
I need to say thank you to Russ and Bulldozer for my Happy Mother's Day.
All right. Well, there we go. So what are we going to do? I got about 1.5 pounds, or 1.5 kilos, which is about 3 pounds, I guess. Just over 3 pounds. Ground meat, which I have ground. All right. So I made this myself from shoulder meat and various other bits and pieces and offcuts.
Basin?
Yeah, that can go to the basin. All right. So I ground this up prior, wanting to, do this Friday, but apparently everybody and his dog was attacking Rumble, and apparently the intelligence agency of the U.S. all got nailed.
We don't talk about those things.
Yes, so the glow-in-the-dark boys...
Even mentioning that there is a government or anything is political. Did you know that?
The what?
Remember, if you mention there's a government, it's political. We've been informed of that.
By fucking Texas, yeah.
Not Texas. Other people.
Oh,
you can't even mention that there is a government and that's political. I don't know why. Certain groups we are part of. You don't remember?
Well, they can go get fucked.
I know, but that's what they say. They think any mention.
They can go pound sand. That's what I say. So I decided to use a bigger pot because normally I use a big pan and it's a mission to work with. This is called a rondo. It's a mini big pot, and I'm more using it just for the size of the base.
All about size.
All about size. Size and girth. Girth matters apparently. So this just gives me a nice big base to work with, so I can really.
The young people.
Yes. They need to calm down. So we're gonna cook this off, render some fat out of it, and we're gonna pull it out, which I'm gonna need a bowl for, which I didn't grab, but we'll grab that now. And then we'll do some onions and bread and all the bits and pieces. So how this basically fits together, and I'll ask Nicole now, just bring me the raisins out there as well, just a bag of raisins, please. So what we do with this is we basically have ground beef, onions, raisins, chutney, egg. We use bread as a thickener. Thank you. I don't want to advertise for people.
Biltong.
Oh, biltong, yes, biltong for sustenance while eating. Or
while cooking.
While cooking. I'm about to be eating. All right, commercially, you're not allowed to eat while you cook, but we're not cooking commercially. This is the difference. A lot of people say, you know, why don't you go to farmers markets and things like that? We are a commercially licensed business. People at farmers markets, and this is not to knock them, but people at farmers markets generally are home industries, and there's a difference between commercial and home industry. And I'm not saying people at home can't be cleanly, but literally if your cat's sitting here licking its butt, it doesn't matter. We're in a commercial establishment, that cannot be done. We have very specific fridges we got to have, and they have to run very specific temperatures.
One of these guys is a commercial, equipment. This
Rondo
is right here.
This is a commercial
not
pot.
Something you find often.
Yeah, you don't find. And I'll show you guys. So sometimes some of you have seen it. So this is my other one. This is my other Rondo.
That's the girthy one.
Yeah, that's the girthy one. That's why I said girth matters. But we don't have to worry about it too much today. It doesn't matter too much today. Only cooking a little bit of meat. So need less girth, a little bit of meat. All right, that can cook off. I need a bowl for that, so let me go grab that quickly, because that's one thing I forgot.
And Anton, I do have a rumble rant.
Already? Wow.
From Copium Poppies.
Copium's
now,
been,
this is something
that
is worthwhile speaking about, because I've actually seen this as well, and definitely love these guys' music. So check them out if you haven't heard of them.
Yeah, please drop your link. Drop your music link.
Fun fact. If we reach the goal, 200K, on our GoFundMe to free a band member from debt slavery, we will release a track where the lyrics will consist entirely of N-bombs and other fun slurs. They are naughty, we'll put it that way. But definitely appreciate the guys. You know what? People that have a real personality and something different, I cannot help but respect it. Not following the line of whatever is going on at the moment. Thank you guys for being different.
Yes, absolutely. All right, there we go. This is starting to cook off now. And I try and crumble the meat up a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the bread, all right? And you're looking for, what is that? 130 grams of bread. So it's probably 3-4 slices. Now, if you want to be fancy, I don't have enough bread, but then what you do is you pull the crusts off, and you just use the middle, which I think is also called panko. So you can do that. Let's see. All right, that looks good. So we're gonna. This is not traditional to the recipe. Normally they say you put your bread in and you kind of squeeze the milk out. So I'm doing it a little different, because what I saw a clip and the guy said technology. We got technology. Technology.
It is a thing.
Technology.
We were just talking about AI. Why not use it?
Yep. So you want to pulse this,
but you have to shake it. Oh, you got to shake it.
Yep. Because otherwise all the crumbs lay at the bottom.
We used to do that. How much at once would you say?
We used to do like kilos of bread.
Yes, it was a lot.
Yeah,
so you would stand there for a while.
Yes.
Grinding and shaking and grinding and shaking and dumping.
Yes, but still, technology.
Technology, yes.
I find that funny.
So we've got another rumble rant from Copium, stating we are not Nazis. Nazis and commies are vermin. So that is the words of Copium. That is not my words. I cannot claim those. And Sid, thank you for joining us and for the Happy Mother's Day. I appreciate it. It is definitely a Hallmark holiday. Ask my children. They told me it should be called Day. I told them, how about Sunday?
Yeah, we I guess we don't celebrate all the weird things.
We don't even exchange gifts normally.
No.
Well, my gift to him is being around, right?
How do you argue that?
Food. I can't argue.
Yes.
Look at all the meat he brings me. I have some churros and some biltong and then some bobotie.
Exactly.
But I won't eat the bobotie because it has bread in it.
Yes, this is for the kids, really.
They're gonna love it.
This is a good meal. So don't.
I'm not knocking it. It's
No.
bread.
I mean, the people should know.
Yes.
That,
people should know it's a good meal.
yeah, the people should know it's a good meal. So I'm going to.
We have one
put the lid on that.
hailing from a different land.
Okay.
It is over a far sea.
Okay.
Well, kind of far sea. With a Switzerland.
Okay,
in the
well,
name.
welcome in, sir. I'm glad to see you made it.
We have missed you.
Yes, I was worried that Ike might be in jail.
We were wondering, I asked Anton if he had heard from you, Ike, and if everything was okay, because no stream, no noise. That's very unlike you to be silent.
Yes. Ike says no, Rumble is giving him a hard time. Actually, Rumble is giving everybody a hard time.
Well, other people are also giving Rumble a hard time. It sounds
Yes.
like a hard time everywhere.
Yes.
Is it a full moon right now?
Yes, it is. So
Okay.
everything and everyone is crazy.
Exactly.
All right, there we go. Let's pack this guy away.
Harry Toe says it
Technology.
looks smoky in the kitchen.
Does it look smoky?
I'll go clean the lens just
Yes.
in case.
I didn't. No, it's like no smoke here. We're
No.
not burning anything. That was me on the fire last week.
All right. So everyone knows I'm using my shirt to do this. You can't see me.
No technology. Oh, sorry about
See if
that.
that's better.
I
Sorry.
should have maybe cleaned the lens before. I didn't even think of it because, but you know, sometimes the kids. So it could be that.
There's only 4 of them.
Yes, yes. Man, and can they get up to mischief. All right, so we got our breadcrumbs. All right. And we've got our ground beef cooking away. We've got our onions, which will go in after the ground beef. And then the only other thing I didn't grab was the curry powder. And then I'm going to grab some milk. So we're going to submerge the breadcrumbs in some milk out
Anton,
of the curry.
do you use imported curry powder?
I do not.
Why do you not use imported curry powder,
Because
Anton?
because there's this communist country it comes from. And Trump's busy bending them over
No.
and giving them
That
hiding.
is not why you don't buy it. We are particular about our ingredients. And one thing we found with a lot of the curry powders or spices that are imported over is they tend to have other ingredients in them.
Yes.
If it's not MSG, it's something like wheat. Not that it matters with this dish here because it does already have the bread in it. But if you were to do, say, a masala or a korma or anything else with your curries, that could be a problem. So
Yes.
keep that in mind. Look at your ingredients and what you want.
Yeah, they like to use anti-caking agents and MSG
And fillers.
and fillers.
Lots of fillers.
Yeah, so a lot of times you get like a corn starch, wheat, corn flakes, and stuff like that. So what you basically have is you've got, let me see, 130 grams of breadcrumbs, and then we've got 150 grams of milk. 150, so 180 is a 3/4 cup, so it's just under a 3/4 cup. All right, and 130 grams, what's that?
Half cup?
I'm trying to work it out in ounces.
Mm.
So it's like 4.5 ounces of breadcrumbs, and then about 5 ounces of milk, I guess. So, all right. I might have to add some. I thought the mince was a little fatty, but it's not fatty at all. So we'll see. Let's see how much juice I get out of this. Otherwise, I add some fat. That is not a problem.
By the way, the one who told us about the smokiness on the screen is Harry Toe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Mr. Toe. Harry Toe 2, because on YouTube he's Harry Toe 1.
I know. Harry Toe 2, which is natural progression. Rumble did come after YouTube, which is okay.
Yes. All right, so here we go.
There is a Hong Kong from Canada.
Hey, welcome, welcome.
I'll make sure to say Hong Kong.
So
Hong
let me
Kong.
just, for all the newcomers, we are making bobotie today. All right, and I have made this before, but we had a little bit of a problem with the data carrier, which we did not know. We thought it was us, but it wasn't us, it was you. You that could not provide the spectrum to us. How about that?
That is very
the spectrum
very
of
high IQ joke there.
Yes. So anyway, so I thought, you know what, let's redo this because my kids really like it and it's a really good and very traditional South African meal. So we make the Bobotie again, and I'll do it with rice. I was hoping there would be time to make a dessert, but I don't think there will be because I'm actually starting further back with this.
Yes.
I really normally I have everything like ready to go, but I actually crumbed the bread. So
Which
I put
is good. We can show
yes,
everybody.
I want to show everybody. That's why I thought, you know what, let me do it from like literally from scratch so everyone can see. You can see the meat didn't take a long time to cook. You know, it's chop and it's done. And I just got a spoon.
Why
it
are
out
you
of the
spooning it out?
So if you use, and I'll still add a little bit of fat because this mince is pretty lean. This is probably a 90-10. You can be around an 80-20. You still want a little bit of fat in there, so I'll do a little bit of fat. I'll actually throw some butter in. I got some baconini grease, so I can put some of that. Maybe I'll do some of that. But anyway, so I spoon this out so you don't have to have extra oils in your meat, in your dish, and that way it doesn't make for oil and stuff floating around. All right, so I cook the ground beef off first, and then that way you don't have a bunch of oil floating around.
So how much is in there for a 90-10?
So for 90-10, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. Let me see. So I don't know if you can see that. So there's enough juice. It's just the rondo's pretty big.
Oh, you were too low.
Was I? I can try again. Why don't you go look at the camera that side, young lady?
No.
And then that'll make it easy.
Being lazy.
I don't want to come too close because then you're definitely not going to see it.
They can know. It's barely see it.
No. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
see, as you went up, you angled higher.
Yes. Well, the problem is if I tilt it any further, it's going to run out.
150 grams, maybe 100 grams.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a little bit of.
For those who do not want to
baconini.
convert to metric,
Yes, call me.
Sith doesn't want to, but he's considering it. By the way, I need to add a rumble rant from Copium Poppies about your milk.
For some reason, people don't understand what I say when I say that. Milk, you know, the white stuff that comes from a cow. All right.
I'm glad that's the one we're speaking of.
Yes. So 150 grams of onion. So 10% of your recipe. Of your meat. So if your meat, my meat's mine is 1,500 for 1,100 grams of diced onion. You can dice, finely chop or whatever. We're just gonna cook it off a little. All right, and then how much did you put in here? 120. That's right. So
yes.
For what we're gonna do, we're gonna cook this off a little. All right, and then I want this guy, and I need some salt. So we're gonna do 1%. Or 10% of your onions is salt.
They've informed me that it is a bull, Anton.
A bull that gives you milk. Woo, that'll be nasty. That'll be nasty. That's not the milk we are cooking with.
That is not the milk we are talking about today.
So let's see. And then pepper, about 1.5 teaspoons. You're looking for 7.5 grams. Will I make it? Yes, I think I will make it. All right, and then about 2 teaspoons of mixed herbs. All right, which it's about 1 teaspoon to 2 teaspoons to taste. There we go. Put all of that in. Let's see. Mixed herbs. Yeah. There we go.
And there is something special about onions frying. There really is.
That always smells so good.
Smell.
All right. There we go. Put that in with these spices. Curry powder I will do afterwards. So let's get some curry.
Now there may be some smoke now for you guys to see.
Yeah, well, steam at least, at the very least. It's a steamy. All right, so let me start.
Day?
Yeah, steamy Mother's Day. There we go.
Come on, Copium, don't make me say it. I don't want to say it.
What is he doing?
He's throwing Rumble Rant.
Yes, I hear that.
I'll let Anton say it.
So, 1 kilogram, 2.2 pounds of beef, 100 grams, about 4 ounces, give or take 3.5 to 4 ounces of onion. You want a teaspoon, what's that? 3 teaspoons of salt, 15 grams. I don't even know what that is in ounces. 15 grams, like 3 teaspoons, teaspoon and a half.
15 grams is a tablespoon.
Yeah, a tablespoon. But I'm trying to think of weight. I can't. But anyway,
half an ounce.
Yeah, like half an ounce. But anyway, so a tablespoon of salt, about a tablespoon of pepper because it weighs about half of what salt weighs, and then 2 teaspoons of mixed herbs. All right, and then we're going to do a half a cup of lemon juice. All right, 120 grams. Actually, for your recipe, not 120. I'm doing a half a cup, so 80. So it's about a cup, about a quarter, like a third cup, I guess. Third cup of lemon juice. 80 grams. I like the grams more. It's a little bit more accurate, you know. Some people have bigger cups than others. Right.
I have a question for you since we were talking bigger than others.
Yes.
Sith is asking, what size is that pot that you are using?
I think this is a 5 quart. 5 or 10 quart, I can't remember.
Big.
The big one is 25.
Big,
this one,
bigger.
Yes, I think this one is 5 quart.
Yes.
But the big one is 25. Maybe this one's 10 quart. All right.
Harry Toe says it's too much math. His brain hurts now.
Yes, it's a lot of...
With the children this morning, and I had them doing some math today, as our son was reading a book about school kits. Is that correct?
Yes.
So I had him do some math on 12 years of school, what that would equal in hours. He didn't like the answer.
Yes. 19,000...
19,200 hours.
Yes.
Roughly. I mean, roughly.
All right, I threw the curry powder in with the lemon juice. All right, and you know what I didn't do, which I always do at this point, and I always like to forget because it's not that way on my recipe, is you got to put your raisins in same time. So 50 grams, about a half a cup, I guess. Well, they got space, so it's probably... So I'm going to do 75 grams, so you're looking at about 2 ounces of raisins. I'll give you one for luck. How about that? Throw that in.
Not like to cook dead flies.
No, raisins. I like the raisins in when I put my onions in, actually, because it helps cook them down so they don't become too prominent in the cookery. All right, and then...
Okay, Anton, your measurement of that is way off. 5 quarts is 1 1/4 gallons.
Yeah.
How big is
that? So this
that
is probably
pot?
10 quarts. Yeah. I know the big one's 25. So what we got now, let me go show these guys. All right, so what we got now is an onion raisin spicy mixture. Very nice, very nice. All right, and we're going to add the bread.
So 2 of these?
No, 4 of those. 10 quarts.
Okay.
10 quarts. There we go.
No.
That's a gallon.
Yes, 5 quarts is just over 1 gallon.
Okay, so then it's 10 quarts. This is 10 quarts then. Because that one's 25 quarts. That I know for sure.
Okay. I'm trying to help you, Sith. I'm trying to get the answer for you.
No, I think this is a 10 quart. I mean, I can go back on my purchase history if you guys would like to pause for like 30 minutes.
Oh, we're not going to find that
it.
guy.
No, I'll find it.
2019, 2018?
Yeah, somewhere there. I could probably find it. All right, now we put the bread in. Bread is just there to sop up and thicken the last little bits. I have a theory about this dish. I reckon it was made when bread was very expensive, because, you know, bread wasn't cheap like it is now. All right, and that guy will mix up with the milk. All right.
Cult Gaming has popped in for a minute.
Hey, Colt.
Back and forth doing construction outside. So he'll come back in a little bit. Duck pen. Cool. Very cool. And sorry, I don't know if I told you, Cam is here as well.
Hey,
Cam was
Cam.
the one who gave us the weight exchange on the quarts versus gallon.
All right. Well, there we go.
Sith likes your pot.
Okay. Yeah, it's nice. It's a very nice pot. You get them. I just bought it. Not that I want to say it too loud. Amazon. Yeah. I don't want to say that too loud. I don't like those guys very much.
I will say it, Copium. Relax. Or I will not say it. Antoine will read it when he has a minute. You see, it's a little busy right now. I haven't forgotten you. He wants your milk.
He wants my milk.
Or for you to read about his milk.
All right. Let me take this off for a minute. Adjust that down a little. Oh, that's why I'm having a hard time. This thing was slow, so I jacked it up. And I left it on high. I'm like, why is this thing cooking so fast? It's because I've got it on ultra turbo cooking speed. All right, there we go. So I'm going to just set that aside for a second. Woo! Yes, that's why.
I can feel it from here.
It's emanating. This thing is nuclear.
So Cam is arguing 15 quarts, and I would agree. I think it's probably closer to 15 quarts. It's at the bottom. I know.
Ugh. CLB 15. I would agree. Sorry, I would agree. Let me see what this one says.
Woo!
Losing, smack their wife in the head.
It's okay. It's better than what our boy did to me yesterday.
Oh, like head butted her. This one's gone. I can't see it. It just says SS. Might be German.
I take offense to that. 9.
9. Das ist nicht.
All right. So this is specifically for you.
All right, let me see. Okay. Milk is bull semen. No, it's not. Milk is from the cow.
Yes, not
I have
bull.
witnessed it firsthand being sprayed from the udder. I can't speak like you guys speak. Udder. Udder nonsense.
Udder.
So, all right, and of course everything we make gets eggs in it. So, so what we do now is we're going to do. So let me see. Let me just make sure I got everything. So I got milk, bread. I got the beef. I got the onions. I got the lemon. I got the salt, pepper mixed herbs curry. We need another little bit of milk. So another 140 grams of milk, which is just over half a cup. All right. So I'm going to put that in. Remember, I'm using a little more because I got a little bit more meat. So, right. And then we're going to do some egg. So you want 1 egg goes into this. 1 egg. I'm going to obviously do a little more. So I'm doing about 1.5 egg, with my cheat liquid eggs. All right. And then chutney. Thank you. So for chutney, you're looking at about 100 grams of chutney. All right. So that's 3.5, I'd say, ounces. So we're going to do a little more because we obviously have a little bit more mix here.
So Ike has found said pot on said site that was mentioned.
Yes.
I have a feeling it may be a little bit more expensive right now.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
I did not pay a lot for these way back in the day.
Way back in the day.
Way back.
What were we talking about the other day that's probably gone up a lot? Dumbbells.
Dumbbells,
We have an entire dumbbell workout little section in our room, and I was looking at it the other day thinking to myself, I bet you that is probably exceptionally expensive right now.
Yeah, dumbbells and kettlebells.
Kettlebells, yeah, the kettlebells too.
Yeah. Not that I work out as much as I should.
Was still a worthwhile investment.
Yeah, that's true. All the gym fees we've saved.
We're talking 2016.
Yeah.
And we got all that.
All right, I'm just getting all the last little bits of curry powder out of this. And I'll see what this tastes like. Might add a little bit more chutney.
Harry Toe, thank you for Googling.
What is
Although
that?
I would suggest grok. If you haven't grokked yet, you need to grok.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
I like grok. That AI is pretty cool.
Yeah, so, it's fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah, I downloaded the app. I know Copium Poppies fucking hates X.
I'm sorry, Copium. It's pretty neat. Oh, we have a bottom. I am out for a minute.
Yes, the boy has made a poo. So mom has to go and address the situation. Right, and just if you guys didn't know, it doesn't work that well always. You don't want to shake this thing around too much, but it does. I saw this, and yes, the lid does fit on the handle, hooks in. But if you vigorously stir, it will fall. So don't do that. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, so this seems to be... So yeah, so for everybody that's interested, I didn't use this previously because this is not something you have in a house, but if you like to cook, I would very much encourage investing in one of these. This is called a Rondo, R-O-N-D-O. This is a baby Rondo, so 15 quarts is correct. I thought it was 10, but 15 for sure. That's what the model number says. All right. All right, because you can manhandle this thing a little, like you can see. So get everything off the sides there so it doesn't get all dry and sticky. There we go. All right, and this can cook for a few minutes. And if you crumb your bread like I did in the blender, you don't sorry, let me just set this thing right. If you crumb it in the blender like I did, then you don't end up with chunks of kind of dissolved bread in your dish. So it works a little better if you do it that way. All right, so Bobotie, and then we're going to make rice. So I'm going to pop this guy on, set it to 350, and we're going to make some rice, which will take about 20 minutes. 20-25 minutes, and we're going to cook this off while we make the rice. So we're going to pop it in one of these. You want me to make one of these or a bigger one? Because I'll probably be able to make one big one.
One big one.
All right. Make the rice in that.
Size matters,
yes,
sir.
Girth, I was told.
Meaty girth. Girthy meat. Works both ways. Huh.
All right. So I'll use a foil pan like this. And we'll pop it in there, and then we're going to do a egg, milk, Copium, egg, milk mixture on top, and we'll bake that off. So this will probably take a little longer than the rice, but the rice can come out and rest. Let's see, that looks very nice. So let me see if I can show you guys what this looks like. And remember, this thing is going to take another 30 minutes in the oven. So even if it's not well cooked over here, it'll still cook in the oven. All right, so remember that. So, all right, there we go. Just getting that little bit of caramelization off the bottom. We want all of it. No man left behind. All right, so if anybody tells you this is hard to make, they're lying.
Maybe they don't know how to cook. Come on.
Okay, if they tell you it's hard to make, then they don't know how to cook. How about that? I don't want to say people are lying. Just say I don't know.
Just yes or no.
I
think no.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. No, I think it's fine.
Okay, just.
Oh, one drop. I want to taste what this tastes like anyway.
I want to eat it, but it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's green
That's
goodness.
Nice. Yes.
Green terrible goodness. I have chat to chop on, but
yes.
I will do that in a second.
All right, no problem. All right, so let's get all of this out of here. Let's get all of this out of here. Okay, and I'm going to pop this in the freezer just for a minute so it can set.
While you are focusing so diligently on your girthy meat kit here, I'm going to talk about our sponsor.
Okay.
If you guys do not know about BiltongUSA.com, please check it out. That is where you get all of the cured meats to perfection. I posted a picture out today on a few different platforms. If you're on any, check it out, of Anton making our biltong powder. Biltong powder is biltong in its driest and finest form. We take the offcuts, tips, dry bits, unusable portions, any other term I should use for that?
No, I think tips were fine.
Tips, okay. We'll stop with tips. And grind it down, and it becomes this fine fiber, a fine texture. Let me see if I have some here to show you guys. You can use the biltong powder in different baking, on dishes. We like to put it with eggs for our young man, and you can also make scones with it. But Anton's also figured out making or using it as a stock powder. Is that correct?
Yep. It's about 4 times what you would use as normal stock powder.
And if you are on BiltongUSA.com, use code S.T.F. 10 for 10% off of your biltong purchases.
Yep, there we go. So you want to flatten this guy out because we're going to pour custard on top of it. All right, I'm going to put these in the freezer for a minute.
Yes, good idea. Ooh,
just to cool it a little.
That freezer is full.
It is. Bottom? Oh, yes.
You can hit my other freezer.
No, it's okay. I'll put it in the fridge.
Here. Come.
All right, there we go. Yeah, that'll do. I just want to get the outside to set a little because when we pour the custard in there, it is going to run into the bobotie, which we want to avoid. So, let's see quickly. That guy can go. That guy can go. This guy can go. Both of these.
Am I taking it? Okay.
No, I'll take it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I take it away.
I tried. This is like yesterday. Anton was on a mission to make biltong on a Saturday. Last week was weird. All weeks are weird. We'll put it that way. And I asked him, and I meant it, can I help you? And he's like, no, I got it. And then later in the evening, what did you say to me? See, you didn't help me.
Let's go with that story.
Is that not how it went?
Yes,
I'm
absolutely.
pretty sure.
What? Today's Mother's Day, whatever you say.
That's what I remember.
I would too if I were you. All right, so for the topping, let's see quickly. We'll go 3 eggs. All right, so we're going to take about 3 eggs. Now, all that matters here, it doesn't matter how much of this you do, as long as you do it correctly. So 3 eggs to a cup of milk. And you can do me a favor. Go talk to that young son of ours who's trying to steal a packet of chips.
That was licorice.
Oh, okay.
Black licorice.
Okay. Well, he doesn't know what that's going to do to him. He's going to sit on the loo all day. Just go talk to him to tell him to come this way because he's mildly working on my last nerve there. It's like, is that my dad's last nerve? Yeah, let me step on it. This is a little bit more than 3 eggs, but I'm going to finish it. Otherwise, I'm putting like 2 mils, like a half a teaspoon back in the fridge. All right, and I'll put a little bit more milk. All right, that should be good. And then all we're going to do, all right, is we're just going to take this real gently. We're just going to swirl it, just so it mixes nicely. All right, there we go. So I'm going to move one pan so I can put that in. I got 2 or 3 pans in here just for placeholders. Let me see. Yes, we could use you up top there, and we could use you in the middle. All right, there we go. Oh, actually, there we go. All right, so this is almost ready, and what I need is this guy, so we can start prepping for the rice. All right, so the rice recipe I've done many times on the channel. It's real simple. 1 cup of rice, which is 200 grams.
So I've been informed that black licorice is good, and black licorice matters.
Black licorice lives matter.
No, just black licorice matters.
I like licorice very much. I am a big fan until I figured out it's got wheat in it. I ate some and I was like, man, my stomach is not handling this. And then I figured out it was wheat. All right, so we want 1 cup, 1 tablespoon, maybe 2 of butter. Accidentally, 2 of butter.
You can pick it off.
No, it's fine. It's more better.
More better.
The kids will like
I
it.
was thinking the same thing. Back to the licorice. Licorice, all sorts. I was scared of it at first. Oh my goodness, it's so good, but it's
go fetch a pack.
full of wheat.
Yeah,
I was so annoyed.
Unfortunately, wheat flour and stuff. So we have in South Africa. We used to have this ad, and the end of it was when you have now I can't remember the English word, but if you have like good, better, best. So we used to have good, better, butter. So butter is better than best. So, all right. So 1 cup of butter, 1 tablespoon of 1 cup of rice, 1 tablespoon of butter, not 2 like I just did, and then we're gonna do a bit of salt. Yeah, you can show them quick. We're gonna do a teaspoon of salt, 5 grams.
These are 2 different packs of our licorice, all sorts. They're both good. I cannot say one is over the other. Just they're different. The licorice flavor is not like black licorice. I'm not a fan of that type of taste. What is that? Why don't you remind me? I can't remember.
It's aniseed.
Aniseed. There we go.
Yeah, aniseed. What's the trickle? The black stuff that yeah, I guess trickle. It's like aniseed and trickle, basically.
I can't remember exactly what it is, but yes, the licorice all sorts is not like licorice like you think of. Totally different flavors. Very nice if you guys want something different and haven't tried it before.
Hold on, leave that on the table.
You want me to leave it? Okay.
Yeah. All right, so teaspoon of lemon juice. All right, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna steal it from back here. Probably 2 teaspoons of biltong powder. I think that'll work well. Let me see.
Biltong powder?
Yes.
In your rice?
In the rice, man.
Wow, man.
In the rice, man.
Yes, thank you, Cult Gaming, for helping with that. Salty, welcome in. Of course, there's salt. And thank you, Slidey Pie. Happy Mother's Day to you as well. Much appreciated.
I'm making biltong powder, so I've got some in the back here that's not bottled yet.
And amen, I did see you come in as well. Welcome in.
Yeah, so you can actually, instead of biltong powder, you can put a teaspoon of stock powder. I'm going to put some biltong powder. And then I think this guy's cool enough to go in. All right, so let me show you what the bobotie looks like. All right, so that's basically, don't run. So that's basically what it looks like after it's done. Ready to be baked. All right, so let me grab this. All right, so here's a question. If you have been onto biltongusa.com, type a Y in the chat. If you've been there and you are semi-familiar with the site, type a Y in chat. All right, let's see. I know we don't have a huge audience, but you know, maybe I'm going to put that fly in here. It'll look just like a raisin. And then it's bonus protein for one of the kids. Bonus protein, especially the legs. They're especially high in protein. All right, can you do me a favor?
Want me to open it?
Yes, please.
So the one difficult part of bobotie.
As you can see, this is very runny at the top, so you don't want to fuck around with that too much. I'm going to make a little more. I think this needs a little more.
So I've only got 2 Ys, Anton.
2 Ys. Why only 2 Ys?
I know there's more than that because I know these. I know these names.
Yeah. Let me do a little bit more than that.
There's a 3rd Y.
All right. So, you know, we kind of health focused.
That's that. putting a Y because you've been on the website.
Yes, why? Just if you've been on the website, if you've been to www.biltongusa.com, if you've been to our website, just put a Y in the chat. If you've been there and you're semi-familiar, you know what's going on there. You know, I mean, we've got 2 websites, but I'm talking specifically about Biltong USA because we're trying to do it very health focused. So I'm going to do another 1.5 eggs. I'm going to do a half cup of milk.
All right, looks like I've got 7.
Okay, good.
I'll take that.
So question for you guys, all right? Just very specific. Would you like to see something like this on biltongusa.com? Like a small candy section, but very select candy.
Select candies.
Like that, so maybe a few chocolates, very select, very, very select. Not like we've got, I think, 130 or 140 different candies on Anton's. So not to that
magnitude.
Like magnitude, yes. A little lower in scope, if I could put it that way. All right.
I want to say a little cleaner than these without the gluten, but man, they're nice. They're actually
very
nice.
I mean, everybody doesn't have an issue with gluten.
I know.
You know, so if people want something like the licorice, you know, very, very specific candies. A little section for that on the website. Just a question, just a yes or no on that if anybody is interested. I'm just trying to gauge something.
Bright Can News says as long as it's gift wrapped.
As long as it's gift wrapped. It comes, it is. Look at what, look at the nice packet.
How pretty it is.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to lean over here. All right. You watch that. I'm going to get some hot water quickly.
Okay. All right, I will mention your feedback as soon as Anton comes back. But in the meantime, Copium Poppies, I owe a read on your Rumble rant. Thank you, sir. You are on a roll today. We still got to convince Sticks to snort biltong powder on stream. Can you imagine how much that would burn? Oh, meat up the nose is never a fun thing. It's not overly salted, but does still have the salt as well. What are your thoughts of Sticks snorting biltong powder on stream?
Woo!
Would that not burn?
Oh, I think that man would take some serious strain with that.
Copium would like for you to convince him of that. Or
I don't know.
I don't know
if Sticks will do that.
I wouldn't do it. I'm just throwing that out there. So the feedback so far, it looks like some candies would be nice. They like the idea of a little bit more variety. Displaying more products is never a bad idea. And those marshmallow egg things you guys sent with a couple biltong orders was pretty awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Copium. You're going to laugh. I got a lot of slack for sending those. Not everybody was happy with me, so I stopped. And we have someone looking for Polish mayonnaise.
Polish mayonnaise.
What is different about Polish mayonnaise? Called gaming. I am intrigued.
Have you tried our South African mayonnaise? For me.
Or our UK mayonnaise.
No, we used to have. We don't have that anymore.
Well, we have the salad cream, which is like the other South African mayonnaise.
True,
I know it's not.
Something like that, which is South African mayonnaise. Still got seed oils in it, but it's not bad.
Do you want me to go grab the UK one?
You can, the salad cream. All right, so 1 cup of rice, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of stock, 1
there's the UK version.
tablespoon of butter, and 2 cups of water. That's your rice. Goes in the oven. Cooks with the other food. So you don't have to worry about a pot, and all you do is you can put it in any little bowl. I'm going to...
Sith, if you're only worried about soybean, neither of those have soy, as far as I'm aware. If you check antonsusa.com, you'll see for sure the salad cream. I think we're out of the Nola in store.
The Nola, are we out in store? I think it's out of stock.
It is.
But you can look it up, Nola mayonnaise. We have, that's the old one. We have an ultra creamy one now, no soy.
No.
No soy, man.
That's the one thing we give them credit for, is a lot of the import items tend to If
No.
they have soy lecithin. That is it.
Yeah, soy lecithin, not soy itself.
No, not oil.
And yeah, not soybean oil and stuff, and normally no corn syrup. That's like a US thing because of the subsidization of the farmers. All right, just wrap this guy with some foil. Excuse me, please.
Okay.
All right, pop this guy open. 24 minutes, and we have lice. Fly lice.
I was waiting for it.
Fly lice.
I was waiting for it. So Switzerland advises, why not make your own mayo if you have a specific?
Oh yeah, you can.
That's always a good idea.
Just, I think you need avocado oil if you really want to make the good stuff, and we just don't keep it. Wow, my wife eating all the meat.
You give me meat, I put it in my mouth. That's
Apparently.
what it's meant to do.
Apparently. I think that guy's still on, yeah? All right, we done. So that's going to be out shortly. And then this is traditional. We'll start making our own again. This is a traditional South African chutney. So you eat chutney with a bobotie. We make our own one, which is really good. Banana, yeah. So yeah, I can actually do that tonight. So you actually slice up a banana. Yeah, thank you. Slice up a banana, put that with a bobotie, some chutney, rice, and off you go.
It sounds weird, but it's actually good.
The banana and the curry goes really, really well together.
Yes, I never believed it until, of course, I put the meat in my mouth.
With a banana and the meat. Worked like a charm. The other thing we do with bananas, which a lot of people find peculiar, is you cut them, you peel the banana, you cut it down the middle, and then you fry it in a pan in butter. Fried bananas, weird. I know.
Bright Can News would like for you to make mayo with your super drill mixer.
That would work. I would probably make the mayo with a stick blender.
Stick blender would be better. It'd be more effective and actually get it done.
Yeah.
Done right.
That I actually think would make more sense.
And Russ, you're making me blush.
What is Russ saying?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's a song from somewhere in the 80s. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Copium, thank you again for your Rumble rant. Fact, demon semen, i.e. Miracle Whip, needs to be banned. Whoever invented it should have been put on trial for crimes against humanity. Have you seen Cool Whip?
Oh,
that is
man.
Scary stuff. Same concept, same thing, not nice. No.
Yeah, don't get us started. We actually, because we make some desserts here, and it's normally you have to do some whipping cream and whip it up. So I told Nicole, go get me the Cool Whip, or go get me a tub of Cool Whip, because you can use Cool Whip as a substitute. Read the ingredients. I didn't even open it. I just put it straight in the trash. Like, my kids will not eat that shit.
Can I say that it was not quite as bad when I was growing up? That is not the same ingredients that I knew, but still, it's a, not alternative. What is the imitation?
Substitute.
Imitation. Just like imitation crab meat, which is also scary. Don't eat that stuff. Same concept. It's imitation.
Yeah, it's insane. You read and it's like, wow, I can't feed my kids this shit.
This may be healthier.
Yes. Yeah, eat the plastic cutting board. And people ask me about this because we are a commercial establishment. We cannot have wood. We have to have the NSF. This actually says NSF on it. It's an NSF approved cutting board. That's why we have these guys.
Yes, there is reason for the plastic. Do apologize if that is not what you want, if it is not aesthetically pleasing. One thing we have learned, though, don't have wood at all in a commercial kitchen. They will ding you.
Yeah, they mark your points down.
We had a wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Not in use. Just had a wooden spoon that was set aside. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
it was like tucked away.
Yeah, and they found it, and they're like, oh, wood. -2 for you?
Yes, and then at that moment we learned, no wood in the kitchen.
Yes.
No wood.
No wood. It's terrible. No wood. Like, banned.
Just
no
meat.
wood. Yes, just meat. Only meat, no wood. I don't know if I'm going to jinx it if I say it. Should I mention something about the property?
It's pretty.
Yes, it's pretty. And we might, because we ran into a few challenges, it's nothing major. It's just, you know, when you're trying to arrange financing and the interest rates are insane and the closing costs are even worse, it's just, it's not that it's bad. It's just like, you know, do we really want to kind of burn some of that cash and sacrifice what we're going to do? And it seems like, and if it goes through, it seems like we might have found a solution. So if it works, we'll know next week. We are going to be in process very shortly, starting work that side. So so I don't want to say too much because, man, I say something and then shit goes wrong because fucking Murphy, you know, is like on my shoulder watching. Yeah, come.
Murphy is
like,
lurking.
What's that thing with the stickers? Come on, like do it. Yes.
Do it.
So okay, so but we will keep you guys informed. And then the other thing, middle August, Viva and Barnes' first annual what is it called, fundraiser.
Yes.
Check that out. We will be there. It's in Chattanooga. I don't think they have a location knocked down yet because they're still checking
but we
quantities.
Will be there.
But we will be there. Middle August. Even if we have to shut the store down, we will be there. It's a Friday, I think, and Saturday. So
Friday,
we'll probably
Saturday, Sunday.
So we'll probably leave here the Thursday, get there the Friday, stay for the Friday and the Saturday, and probably leave back the Sunday. Likely. You know, back. Yeah, yes. So we will, for 100% sure, be there. So Viva and Barnes and Encryptus will be there. We will be there. So it'll be fun. So check that out for sure.
Yes.
And I don't know what else. We'll see if we can upload some candies. I think that's a good idea. Very selective.
So these will be our most prized selection.
Yes, yes, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the candies that are at the top of our list of candies we sell, and we will just load them.
Perfect.
So just the top selling candies that we sell from here. And we'll see how that goes, and if any of them, so we'll use our store and our other site online statistics, and we'll load what's on there. You know, what's popular and what sells most, and then we'll give you a little selection of candy, because I'm sure everybody that eats biltong don't just eat biltong.
You mean they're not like us?
Yeah, I know.
So somebody did ask, I think it may have been Seth, I'm not 100% on that, but if Luke may do a biltong cleanse next.
Yeah, I don't know. Luke is very much convinced that he needs some carbs. He says he doesn't do well if he just eats protein. So, you know, to each their own. I think, you know, the biltong, just being on protein for the most part, has done me a world of good. Like a world of good.
Yes.
So so I, you know, I'm biased because of my anecdotal experience.
The feminine side, I had a kid a year ago. That was what got my body back in shape fastest, was getting on biltong. And that's not just like shape. I mean hormones, balances. So I'm not a crazy person around this man, you know?
Yeah. Because there was a point where I was doubting, like, all right, is this going to be life now? It's like, you know, werewolf, not a werewolf. Werewolf, not a werewolf. You know, but
horrible, you know.
Hormones. No, I know.
Now we do have to mention Ice Cold Tunes is going live. Should be probably any moment right now.
All right.
I will try to see if I can follow the channel over there. I am not as good as our other admin. No, he's not. Man. So I'll see if I can do it. I will try my hardest.
Yeah, you're supposed to do raid and then the channel, so we can maybe copy the channel over or something.
I'll see what I can do. We'll see if we can figure it out. Maybe get a quick guide from the Ike, if at all possible, if you know how to do that.
All right, I'm going
to shoot the man a message, and I'll try to follow instructions.
Yes. All right, I just want to
turn
that around.
And Bright Gaming is out. Good night.
All right, cheers.
And we have a Sanglant 86 on. Welcome.
Okay, welcome. So for everybody that's coming late, it's very boring right now because all the food is in the oven cooking. So I made a Bobotie, all right, and Bobotie is basically ground beef, onions, bread milk mixture, raisins, chutney, curry, spices, and so goodness, very nice. So you basically cook off your ground beef, you cook off your onions, you put your lemon juice, breadcrumbs, spices in, mix it back in. Then you put your ground beef in, you mix all of that up. And then once you've got all of that, and your raisins, of course, with the onions, and then once you've got all of that going very nicely, you add some more milk, egg, and chutney, and then chutney like this, and then you mix it up, you cook it down, and then you stick it in a tub, or in a tub, milk. What do you call this? A tray, I guess. Pass me that tray over there.
Baking sheet or baking.
Well, baking tray,
pan?
Something like this. Bigger, maybe smaller, whatever, but something like this, depending on the quantity you got. And you top it with a custard topping, about 3 eggs to 1 cup of milk. You can do whatever ratio based on that. That's about 180 grams of egg to about 250, 260 grams of milk. Wow, we yelling Blue Death again there.
He may have thought our staff member was me and was excited that I came outside, but it was not me. It was our staff member leaving.
Oh, so he's
very offended at the moment.
He gets so offended. For a 1-year-old man, he gets really upset.
He's very aware. You know what it is? It's the meat.
Yep, the biltong.
The protein.
And then you top it with a custard topping. You bake it off about 20 minutes, 25 minutes just to set that topping. The meat is cooked, so it'll all be good. And then we're just making some rice to go with that. The other day, what did he do when I laughed at him? Oh, I fed him something.
You were feeding him, and I had to stop biltong production because...
Yes, no, so I can't remember what I gave him, but I gave him something, and he took a bite that was too big. Well, I gave him too much, of course, because he doesn't know. But I gave him a little too much, and he swallowed it, and he did this like, ugh. I just thought it was so funny, so I started laughing at him. And he gave me this dirty look, and he just started crying, and he didn't even want to look at me. So I was laughing so much, and then when he got upset, I laughed even more because it just looked so weird. And then he was really upset to the tune of, like I'm his favorite person. Like, he didn't want to look at me. So I had to call Nicole to grab him and finish his lunch, because he was like not having nothing to do with me. So that was very interesting.
No, the personalities on the kids, I was actually mentioning to Anton, they are rather strong from such a young age. It's fascinating how they are so aware. And I would argue from the womb, because I chuckle, that one specifically, if I ever put my stomach against a table, I would get pushback anytime when I was pregnant with him. So it's funny. It really, you can notice different things about every kid. It makes me laugh. We do that I'd like to read you.
Yeah, please.
Make sure to keep the marshmallow eggs. Those are awesome. I would order some, but I'm afraid I'll get addicted and, well, sugar.
The marshmallow eggs will be gone. Those are an item that we will not bring back. We imported some, and they did not really sell. Well, I mean, they sold a lot, but it's... Yeah, that guy's almost done. So I know when it's done, because you shake it, and when the egg kind of stops jiggling, that's good. I guess that one 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes on the rice, so we're good. So yeah, there's quite a few things we have to drop the lines. That's an Easter product. Easter, man, I tell you something, we've really tried hard, but we've just taken a bath on Easter every single year. I don't have
anything but Bend.
Yes.
That's what it was this year.
Yes. We spent $3.5 grand on Easter stuff. We took in 2.5. So we spent cost $3,500. We got back $2,500 retail.
That was I'm like, hard, I'm out. A very hard pill to swallow.
No, we like Easter. We like to keep this up, but nope, it doesn't work, man. It just doesn't do it. Cool. So we're done. We're not doing Easter. We're not doing Christmas stuff again.
But we will have staples. We will have things that sell that people want. So
yeah.
In essence, it's a lesson and a learning experience. I suppose you cannot take every lesson as a bad thing.
No, and the problem is, so 80% of our well, I'd say 70% of our business is built on. So, that's what the people really want, and we'll do the other bits and pieces as we can, little bits like this, trinkets and things, and, and that's the business then,
And with that, getting rid of other line items means we can bring back some things that have disappeared. Our chutneys, our sauces.
Well, that's the thing. If we can
flour,
reduce,
did you mention?
So we got an unbleached, non-GMO flour that we've been testing, and it works awesome. That's actually what the bread is. So so we're going to sell that in packs. We've got the cornmeal that we sell. That's a locally sourced item, non-GMO. So yeah, so there's those things, and then if we can reduce the scope of everything that doesn't make money, then we can do some nice things like our sauces and stuff that everybody has been asking me. I haven't made it in a year and a half. I still get people. Yes, I still get people like every week asking me for the chutneys and stuff. So I've got to get back to that. So let me see. I think this guy might be done.
Now, Harry Toe did add his 2 cents.
Yes.
When I stop jiggling, that's also when I'm done.
Yes. So you see, no jiggle.
No jiggle.
You see, let me show you guys. So look how pretty that comes out. You see, let me see.
Now, Kokian's asked for smoked biltong. Anton, do you want to tell him what's coming? Is there something coming that we haven't put out yet? Is there a secret?
Oh, you mean the sea salt?
Yes, it's not smoked biltong.
No.
But
so we've got. I made one batch, and I'm not sure because it's small, so I'm not sure how to market it exactly. But
testers first trial.
Yeah, kind of first trial, hand selected, extra thick cut, Celtic sea salt, pepper biltong. So it's made with Celtic sea salt. The flavor is actually really
phenomenal.
Like really nice. So I am very happy about that. Gonna move this up a little.
And this is a hand blended. He had to do everything different from our current methods.
So I had to blend it by hand. And
potentially salami.
Yeah, potentially salami. It's just time, man.
Time is of the essence.
Yep, it's always time. Time is always against us. Time is always against us. We try, man, but we can only do so much, you know? All right.
The one thing about the bananas is they always leave things on your fingers.
Yep.
Now, chutney was a common request previously restaurant days for an addition to the meal. So we actually used to, when he would make his chutney, I would package little containers of chutney. You remember that?
We used to have little containers of chutney.
Yes.
That we used to give out with of our own chutney that we used to give out with a meal.
That I think is what I miss the most is the chutney.
Yes.
The chutney and the sauces.
All right, so that's the bobotie. This is a pretty bobotie.
What is chutney? Chutney is a savory jam, essentially. This one is the original version, which is apricot and peach, if I remember correctly. But Anton's done a peach and a mango.
Yes.
So it's got a lot more spices in it. Mustard. What else does it have?
Yeah, mustard, cinnamon. It depends which one you talk about, but
yours, kind of.
Yeah, but the mango. So it's got some red pepper flakes, salt, pepper, raisins, onions, and then the peach one will have a ton of peaches, some sugar, like you would make a jam, but it's a chutney, so it's like a savory jam, mustard seed and things like that all in there.
Now, what you can do with chutney, if you were to do a meat and cheese board, something like that, charcuterie with biltong, chutney pairs very nicely with that. I would say better than jams.
Yep.
It's absolutely phenomenal. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I'm missing some of my fan, yeah.
We have another red line. Harry Toe was gifted a subscription.
Oh, thank you.
He's got the red rash.
Who's getting the rash? Who got the rash?
No. Harry Toe was gifted a subscription from Russ.
Oh, from Russ. Russ likes giving subscriptions.
He likes giving red rashes.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
All right.
Just waiting for the rice.
Yep. Really? 5 minutes? That long? Such a long time.
I thought it had 5. Oh, because you didn't wait exactly 5 minutes.
No, I didn't wait.
Senses, your spidey senses, you're tingling.
Yes, no, I know it's like it's
I don't know
now.
how you know.
I just know,
This
man.
is why he cooks and I don't. I will just stand here and watch you do the hard work.
Probably 2 minutes. That one will be ready. So yeah, so bobotie. I will clean this up a little. Put the rice down there. Hello, boy. Go fetch the boy. He
All
wants
right,
to,
I
he wants
hear the
to
amount
stand
of hi
here.
dad, hi dad, hi
Yes.
dad.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Hi,
Hi,
Dad.
Dad.
Hi,
Hey,
Dad.
Dad. Hi, Dad. Hey, Dad. I gotta go fetch. Oh, no, I got a fork. Hello, boy.
Would you like this?
Oh, you want the water and the bobotie?
That's banana.
Yeah, I can give you a little piece of banana. He likes banana. Monkeys all like banana. No, not today. No, you're gonna mash it, man.
Eat it. Good.
Yeah, I want to put it in my own mouth. That good?
If you leave me, no, I have one. That's okay.
You want some?
You want another bite? No, I meant a paper towel.
Oh, you got one. Yeah, you can give him.
There we go. Looky there.
That was some biltong spice, man.
Banana.
You'll eat the bobotie. I think he liked it the last time.
I think so too. They all like the bobotie when they're young.
Yeah,
and
when
then
they're
they
this
go
size,
through
man.
a 5-year-old phase of I don't like it.
Yeah, but then they don't like anything, including us.
True. And then it comes back around 7.
Mm-hmm.
We've learned there's a trend with the kids.
Yes.
They're all different, but in that they're all the same. Ooh, it's hot.
Yeah, it's a hot oven.
Hot.
So I think let me pull that rice.
Here, you want another bite? Another
I
banana.
think it should be probably
So
just
this is
about
a very
done.
small 1-year-old, if
Yes.
you didn't know.
Right, you got to stay away from this, young
I
man.
know, I'm trying to keep him away.
Let me see. If the
Banana
water's
biltong,
gone,
that's correct, Harry Toe. You got it.
if the water's gone, this guy's good. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work.
And another one, yeah.
It's a little bit, but it's not bad. So we don't complain.
A little
too
bit
much.
al dente.
Yeah, not really. It's just a tad. Just a tad moist, which is not the worst thing.
There's worse things in life.
Yes. Right, and I always
Hey, dude.
kind of
It's a knife.
fluff this up with a fork. Yeah, it's just a tad. It'll probably would have been fine with an extra minute or two.
Come. Don't take it. I'll help you. This one's a tad obsessed with the soda water.
Yes.
Fouled rice. Say it. Oh, that's lice. I missed it.
Fly lice. Fly lice.
I can't say that for some reason.
There we go. So, bobotie and rice
You're going to have to
Chutney.
go take that closer.
and
That's
banana.
There you go.
All right. So that's what that looks like. You want to come check the screen? Make sure I'm
Oh, I think you
centering
are
there.
centered and on and showing. Yes.
All right.
And your eyeballs are in too, so if you want to come closer, you can. Yes. Beautiful.
Here we go. All right. So I give for you bobotie. So
Spelled
hopefully,
Bobotie.
yes,
Just in-
Bobotie. All right. I think that's it. I think that concludes business. I wanted to make a dessert, but you know what? I actually enjoyed standing here for a minute talking shit. Is there anything else we have to catch up on the chat? No? All good?
Kangaroo biltong?
Kangaroo biltong. No. You know what, man? We're having a hard time sourcing some of the products right now. Just to find the actual meat is hard because all kangaroo, elk, and venison are imports. We're trying to move away from things that get imported. Don't
On the
drop it.
biltong front.
Yes, on the on the biltong front, we just because supply cannot be controlled properly. We don't want to run out of stuff and then be in stock and be out of stock and be in stock and be out of stock. You know, the other day there was some post. So I said, yeah, you should try our biltong. Visit our website. We have venison and elk out of stock. Everything else is in stock.
Yes.
The only comment I got on that comment I made was, it would be nice if you had stock. We have stock of like 30 things. We have
Yeah.
2 out of stock. And that's what they complain about. The two things that's not in stock. Everything else that's in stock, nobody says a word about. So, the fucking people that are so negative. Instead of saying nothing or saying, oh, you know what, I would have liked to have tried that, but I see you have something else. Or no. Being out of stock is a problem. It's like, fucking dude, really? In
other words,
jackass.
The bison is back in stock.
No, and that was after the bison was back.
I know, but it's back. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so we got the bison. The kangaroo is very difficult to make. Man, that stuff just gives me fucking gray hairs. Because, so to give you an example, my dryer takes about 400 pounds, I guess, 350 to 400 pounds of Angus. It takes about 50 less Wagyu, because Wagyu is a little smaller, so you hang in the same space, you get a little less. So let's say 350 to 400 pounds of Angus. It takes 300 to 350 pounds of Wagyu. The whole dryer will take 150, maybe 200 pounds of bison. And then it'll take half that on elk, venison, and kangaroo. So I'm wasting all of that space and power on like a quarter of the product.
Yes.
To make a quarter of the product. And if it's the same, the amount of hanging and things, because we haven't got the Android yet that can make the hanging.
It's not quite the same because it's a little harder meat to work with.
Yes, it's harder to work with, harder to slice, harder to package.
On my end.
Yes, and harder on our machinery because it's so much drier. So the bison will stay. I suspect all the rest are going to disappear just because of sourcing it and then working with it and things like that. And then I'd rather try and look at a premium, Celtic salt kind of setup. And I am, however, looking into, I'm talking to some people now to look at a all-natural, no growth hormone, no antibiotic, no steroid Angus, like the Wagyu is. Yes. Grass-fed, grass-finished. So keep an eye out on that. And I think without much further ado...
Well, the other comment, there was a question about the kangaroo biltong. To me, it was a very dark meat, iron-like, as far as what taste would be. I see all kinds of ideas as far as other biltongs, but we do have Copium. He's been full of rumble rants today,
yes, I know.
Saying that biltong sushi should be a thing.
Well, so should I show them? Should I show them?
I don't
Right,
know.
you got to hold this guy, and I've got to wash my hands and put some gloves on, and I'll show you. My kids are getting impatient because normally after this they eat. If you give me a second, I will use said cutting board. Let me go pick one that I will personally eat, and I'll show you guys.
You gonna feed me some meat again?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I like it.
All right, give me 1 second. And I will show you guys, and then we can conclude the business. Our hour stream, that's an hour and a half or whatever.
Hour and a half today. Don't worry, I will just feed the young man some Bobotie on the side. I'll take it off the side so nobody can see, because I think Anton's going to get a nice picture of this guy in a second. What do you think of that? How nice is that? So Bobotie, I chuckle. The way I used to describe this to Americans when we had our restaurant was a South African version of a meatloaf. Because it is exactly that. It is a pan full of meat with an egg souffle on top. So it messed with people, the concept of it, having a sweet undertone with the meat, but it is absolutely phenomenal. Now, I know we do have the pork here in the States where a lot of people will add apricots or apples or things like that to give a sweet undertone to pork sometimes. So it's not unheard of, but just not common. And it was always a talking point in restaurant days. We even had somebody today asking for Bobotie and hoping to get some. Unfortunately, I could not meet that need. Yes, is that nice? Is that nice? You are going to eat your whole dinner right now while I am holding you on stream. Yes, it is very good. He is enjoying your Bobotie.
Before you destroy that thing.
I'm not messing up that side. I'm messing up this side.
Yes, let me just take a picture of this, and then I'm going to show you guys that. Banana, candy.
Can you see with that?
Sorry, I have to. There we go.
Photo man.
Yes, I'm going to switch that off.
He is our photographer today.
Yes, I try. I take pictures because I always think I'm going to go upload them to the stream and then I never do.
We have pictures for pretty much every single stream we've
Yes.
done. This kid is digging it, Dad.
Yeah, he likes it.
Digging it. Yes, it's so good.
All right. So
Hey, not my mic.
let me show you guys. So this is more the way I eat my biltong.
Moist.
Not enough fat though. I need more fat.
You like moist
But
and
it's-
fatty.
Yes,
I
but
know.
it's way good, so I can't pick too much. So talking about biltong sushi, just give me a second because I gotta. Oh, and you know what? I am yabbering. No mic because I didn't want to pick up a racket.
Sorry, Anton is back.
Yes, sorry. I just want to pull this over the steel quickly.
We sharpen knives on the go around here, making sure that everything is cut with precision.
Oh, when it's a little moist like that, you have to make sure the knife is good because it will be.
Yeah, more? Is that good stuff?
Now this is very hard to ship because of how moist it is. But this is pretty much, I'll put it in a little tray. I've got a little tray there.
Yeah?
And I'll show you guys what that looks like. So you talk about biltong
I am your
sushi.
mom. I am your mom.
Let me see.
Yes, sir. He may not eat dinner. I
Yeah,
think he is
that's
eating.
fine. Let him
And
eat.
you guys will note, I'm not giving him any rice because he won't eat it.
I think you can see that. That is phenomenal. That is.
May I have a sliver?
Absolutely. So that, and then what I normally do, so I'll just chop it like that, in thick blocks like that, and you just chew on them. Whew, that's the best. This might die tonight.
Dinner.
Yeah, that's our dinner.
Kids
can have this one. All right.
Sith, he says, yeah, there's 100% a difference between preserved meat and ready, trail ready meat.
Yeah, exactly. So this is almost made ready to eat. So when it's dry enough, you eat it.
I'm going to go see if I can pop on a stream over to...
Yeah, it might be easier to read from the computer.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. So I am stealing this guy. You can chatter.
Yeah, you can go.
No, I'm going to put you on here. You can chatter for a second. If there's any more comments before I come back, why can't I do this?
Yeah, it's a timer.
Because I'm upside down, man. Oh. I'm upside down, man. That's the wrong one. That's YouTube. Where's Rumble? All right.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get
I'm suffering here.
Right, let me go out. Let me go back in. Right, sorry, I have to go pick my own stream, I guess. Smoked biltong, so you got that. Let me see. Defund the CDC, absolutely, 100%. CDC and the WHO, defund and public schools. Hey, Cocteau, Nicole's trying to raid. Nicole's trying to raid another stream, I think, for Brightcan. You need to email me, dude. I saw your email, man. I have never even responded. Please email me. Tell me if you want to cash out that Give Send Go, please, man. The money's yours. It's sitting there, huh? As soon as you want it. Does that taste good? Better than Bobotie. Thank you. So it's a cocktail. Correct, sir. Very nice. Okay, Brightcan. Be gaming. Yes, exactly. WF is a terrorist organization. I 100% agree with that. I have no time for any of those people. None. So, and then I'll just mention before, I don't know if Nicole's going to get this right done because we don't really know how to do it, but you can follow us on X. I am king_of_biltong. Nicole is queen_o_biltong. We are on Facebook, unfortunately, because business dictates. X is business, but more fun. I like X a lot. You want to put it back? Let's see. We do it like this. You see, it goes there, and then we don't drop it in the food. And you know, our websites are on in the description. And yeah, we're gonna let's see if we're gonna take a watch. Have to watch the stream. Just got some peach ghost and peach reapers to try. Wow, that sounds happy Mother's Day. Yeah, to you too, Jody. Yeah, peach, the reapers and the ghosts. Those things are no, you can't fiddle with this thing. You're going to break it. That sounds awesome. That's gonna talk back tomorrow. That's gonna talk back tomorrow. Yeah. Are you tired? Come sit this side. No, you want to sit that side because you want my mic. You want some biltong? Or you want some more? You want some more Bobotie? How about this? How about this? Huh? You want some Bobotie? Come, here we go. That's good stuff, man. Yummy, delicious. You winning there, Nicole? I'm sorry. I'm trying to entertain you guys while they try and organize this raid. The best I can do is feed my kid. That good? Tell me if the bites are too big, eh? Yeah, it's good, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll give you a sip now. All right. Here we go. That's good stuff, man. You want the sip? I fail. I make a mess. There we go. But you also just pull away, man. Let me have another piece of this. This is good stuff. Ooh. You want some? All right, there we go. Raid concluded.
I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed. Man, that was difficult. I figured it out. I had to go search the platform because there was not as easy as I thought. I'll go turn all of our mics and everything off on us.
All right. I'll stream stop.
I haven't turned it off yet.